Hey everybody, Brannon Beliso here. Last night I was very grateful and blessed to be able to post a new milestone in our business. We earned 350 students in 21 months. Now it hasn't been easy to achieve that goal, obviously. It's very challenging to do that in our business. But nonetheless, we're extremely grateful. It's required a lot of hard work on a dedicated team that's willing to work weekends, willing to do what it takes to become successful. So let me share with you some of the things I believe have earned us 350 students in 21 months. Number one, and Kyoshi Kovar will say this, and I back him up, teach amazing classes. All the selling to me is done on the mat. And if you're teaching amazing classes that are amazing to people, not just you, and I think that's the challenge. When I work with school owners, they tell me, I'm a great teacher, I teach great classes, and I say, sir, you have 100 students, you've been open 30 years. That's obviously not rippling out, it's not spreading, it's not growing. So let's take a look at that. So when I say teach amazing classes, I think it's really important that you believe in your curriculum. I'm an old school Kempo guy. That's it. All day, every day. You want to know about Kempo? I can teach Kempo all day, every day. That I can do. Standing on my head, I can teach Kempo all day, every day. Okay? But what I've learned is to take that Kempo and teach it in a very innovative, age-specific, skill level appropriate manner. So it's innovative, it's fun, and it's exciting. There is a certain amount of merit to that saying. It's not so much what you teach, but how you teach it. Well, it is what you teach. I love Kempo, but it is how you teach it. If I taught Kempo the way my dad taught me and his instructor taught him and so forth, I'd be in the same position they are. Like my adult program, my adult martial arts program, I teach old school to preserve the legacy of what I've learned from my instructor Rick Alamany and my dad. And we have roughly, I think, 55 students in San Francisco. And we've been open 16 years. Fortunately, I look at my kickboxing market, which I always have. We've had kickboxing for 16 years in San Francisco. I look at kickboxing as my adult market, and that runs about 100 to 150 students at any given time. So I'm able to keep the values of an art that I hold very dearly and teach it in such a way that I want to teach it. Second is we have a really highly trained staff. We have systems in place to train these guys to teach it better than I do. And people say, well, why would you do that? Aren't you afraid they're going to leave you and open up down the street? And I can't spend any time living in fear. Fear is not a good motivator. So I stay away from that completely. And I simply write systems and I train this team to do it better than me. Do I challenge them? Do I ask them to step up? Absolutely. The average age of San Francisco is 20 years old on the team. Average age in Millbrae isn't much different. But these young people perform and they produce because I push them and I challenge them. That I do. I know I do. And it's not always easy, but it's well worth it. The results are as you see. Third is understanding your demographic. Really understand your demographic. How do they eat? Where do they play? How do they think? Where do they hang out? All those different things you need to understand, because if you don't understand your demographic, then you don't know how to market to them. For example, my number one demographic is kids. So that means my number one demographic is moms. Moms make most of the buying decision. Moms make most of those choices. So I need to know, where do moms hang out? Where do moms breathe, eat, sleep, play, all the rest? So like in Millbrae behaves much different than San Francisco because it's not an urban environment. It's more suburban. We find in these locations only, 15, 20 minutes apart? Facebook ads do really well in San Francisco. Facebook ads in Millbrae perform very poorly. Go figure. They're only 15, 20 minutes apart. But it's a smaller community, 22,000 people. And so you guys want to be motivated, look at the demographics of Millbrae. It's a little over 22,000 people, and we are owning Millbrae at 350. I think those are great numbers for 22,000 in that location. So In Millbrae, we do a lot of community-based marketing. We have become the business that every mom knows as the business that gives, cares, gives, and just gives. Classic example. There was a walkathon at an elementary school last Sunday. At the end of this walkathon, the Millbrae Lions Club gives out sausages and pancakes. Great. Well, we take it a step further. We donated blueberries, strawberries, bananas, granola, yogurt, and all these toppings, which is in line with the health that we promote at One Martial Arts. So, all we did was put up a sign, say toppings courtesy of One Martial Arts. We didn't sell anything. We didn't say in order to get a freaking blueberry, I need your name and email. We did none of that. We simply serve the community. Great? Friday night, I had the Girl Scouts come in from 7:30 to 9, and we did a self-defense workshop with the Girl Scouts. There you go. We signed up a student from that. I had another kid that was in who just signed up because they came to our free Parents' Night Out. They just signed up for 6 months because we allowed them to do that once or twice a year. Again, I'm not big on cash outs, right? But once in a while, we allow that for people to save a little bit of money. So, we do a free Parents' Night Out each month. And in that free Parents' Night Out, let me get over here. In that free Parents' Night Out, we advertise it at a place called nextdoor.com. Nextdoor.com. And nextdoor.com is, every community has something similar to that. And that's where people can talk to other moms in the neighborhood and just say, hey, what's going on? I need my tires rotated. Somebody broke in my house. I'm selling a baby crib. All these different things happen in this community at nextdoor.com. So we'll promote our Parents' Night Out there. We're promoted a number of different places. The cool thing about that is, from being able to do that, is people come to our Parents' Night Out. I would say the last Parents' Night Out we had close to 85 kids, and half of them were non-students. We sign up students from that all the time. Again, we simply put our brochures and stuff up on the main counter, but we don't force it down people's throats. But remember, anybody who's a non-student that walks through that door, we capture your information, right? Because you're coming through the door. We capture your information through Rainmaker on a digital waiver. So you're automatically going to go into a flow system, and you're going to get emails on day 1, day 2, day 4, and day 6. And of course, it's going to be content, and then the last one will encourage you to a call to action. Parents' Night Out is big, really big for us. What else have we done? We have a cotton candy machine that we donate to all these different events. Every different event. We did a 5K, we donated our cotton candy machine. We've become the business that people go to. People go to us. There's an organization called MEF, the Millbrae Educational Funding. And what they do is they raise money to supply all the elementary schools in this district with art supplies, computer equipment, whatever the school needs. They raise money all year long for that. So we've become a sponsorship for MEF. I donate $2,000 a year to MEF. Now remember, this organization has the email lists of every parent at every elementary school in the district. Now we know email lists are extremely powerful. So imagine that, every email list of every elementary school in the Millbrae School District. So if I need something like a blast for winter camp, or I need an email blast for my after-school program, or I need an email blast for my summer camps, they are always willing to put it into one of their emails. You feel me? So that's been very powerful for us. So we're always looking for different community events where we can be in there. But when the day's done, the best form of marketing is referrals. So if you teach amazing classes, you have a highly trained team teaching amazing curriculum, you're servicing people at the highest level possible, and you create an environment that's kid-friendly. I can't tell you how many schools I walk into where if I was a kid, I would be afraid to even sit down. You need to make it kid-friendly. You need to accept you're dealing with kids, and you need to be okay with that. There will be siblings. They will run around. They will scream. You know, try to create an area for them to let off steam and just be okay with that. Things like baby changing tables in our school. Not the martial arts schools have that, And you think, well, how's that a form of marketing? What it says is, I know my demographic. I care about you. I know how you think. I know how you behave. And I respect that. So here's a baby changing table. You need to change the little one. You feel me? So I think it's all those things that have helped me get to that point. So I want to open it up to questions. Thank you for all the kind words. It is a milestone. I've been watching it. We've been flatlined. We haven't grown at all from August until now. We were just stuck. We would get 5, we would lose 5. Maybe we just saturated the area, but we hit a wall. We hit a solid wall. And we were going up and going down, right? We'd go up to 340, drop down to 335. Go up to, but we were inching our way up. And as of last night, we finally hit 350 solid. But I take the good with the bad. When I have the bad months and I flatline, then we're going to work harder. We're going to work harder as a team. We're going to smile more. We're going to teach better classes and really focus on the people that do choose to be there. Like, for example, this Thanksgiving Day week. We're only closed Thanksgiving Day. That's it. That's it. We're open Friday for a Black Friday day camp. We're open up Friday for regular classes, Saturday for regular classes, Sunday for regular classes. We only close 11 days out of the year. 11 days out of the year. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Labor Day weekend for the team. That we will close for several days. And then Memorial Day. And that's pretty much it. And Thanksgiving Day. That is pretty much it. Because we do recognize with our kickboxing program, we are competing with 24-Hour Fitness and the other health clubs who are open pretty much 365 year-round. Cool? So what are we going to have the Thanksgiving morning? We will have a kickboxing class in both locations. That we will do. So we need to compete with that, and we're okay with that. Cool. So what questions you got for me this morning? Lorenzo's asking, can we set up those flows? Yeah, actually next month's webinar that I do for Rainmaker, the one that I do next month for Rainmaker will be all about flows. I've decided I'm going to stick with it. The last one went so well, everything Rainmaker. This next webinar I do, it's going to be early December. That way we get it done before the craziness of the holidays. It's going to be all about how to write a flow. I'm reading a lot on how to write copy that is not salesy, but communicates your story and your why. And I'm very intrigued by it. I understand the psychology. And some of it resonates very highly with my values. And I will write transparent, honest content that is not salesy. That is my goal. I'm passionate about that, but I do want it to get an ROI. I do want to see people convert to trial. I do want to see them convert to being regular students. So learning to write better copy, we know content is king. I'm going to spend a lot of time on that with you next month. And I'm reading a lot right now. Thanks to Eric Shields, turned me on to a bunch of books. Our new website's almost done. But I want to share that with you. We're posting these numbers, 350, and we have a really crappy website. Go look at my website. It's old and it's outdated. You know, I tried one of those service-based websites. It didn't work for us at all. It was really hurting our culture, so we had to jump back to our old site, and we've been living with it while I learn how websites act. I have a full-time web designer that works for me to teach me those things. We now have enlisted Eric Shields, who knows a lot about web design. This boy is rich with, and I'm learning a lot from him. And between the three of us, we're going to make this amazing website, and then we believe we're going to be able to offer it to the industry for a very fair price. I think around $3,000. So once you see my site go up, tell me if you like it. Look at agelesskarate.com. Theirs is up right now. Look at Champions. Is another one, Eric Shields up in Seattle. Check them out. This is the direction we believe websites are going in, but they have to get results. We know we still want them to gather leads. We know we want them to do paid trials. We understand all that. Can we achieve that goal without being salesy? Can we achieve that goal without using underhanded, immoral methods of capitalizing on people's fear? I believe we can, and I'm passionate about that. I really, really am, because I believe we all deserve to have a website. We need to pay for it, and it needs to be fairly priced, but I don't believe we should be leasing our website. Should we be paying for SEO optimization and Google AdWords and stuff like that? That's a separate subject, but I do believe your website yourself, you should own your website, and that is just my belief system. But there's great people out there like Tim Saracen from 97 Display. I follow his stuff. He's a good soul. You know, I don't know him personally, but I will say I think Tim Saracen is a good soul, and you can pass that on to him. So in that, we're really working on that. We're really working on that. So Lorenzo has a question. So I've rearranged the curriculum and belt colors. I notice your ranks are consistent with the same colored patterns. Is that important for creating a steady curriculum? Well, no, it's not. You know, people do a lot of different ways. The point is, whatever tips you add, whatever belts you add, it's simply to create a clear system, Lorenzo, of being able to administer that curriculum to more than 100 students. See, most traditional martial arts, including Shotokan, was designed for the strong, not the weak. It was never set up to help the weak become strong. Our system was so heavy up front, and I asked my instructor why one time. He said it's to weed out the weak. And I went, oh, that's not what we're supposed to do, right? So I think no matter what belt you add, Lorenzo, no matter what stripes you add, Lorenzo, make sure that it's all to be able to administer your curriculum more effectively to a bigger group. See, Kenpo was only ever 100, 150 students. I remember back in the day, Ed Parker had some big groups, maybe 300, somewhere in there. But I never saw a Kenpo school get up to the numbers we're posting. 600 in San Francisco, 350 in Millbrae. I've never seen that. So I recognize that being able to create this curriculum with the stripes and the belts and the curriculum videos and all these different things were needed to be able to administer the curriculum effectively for a bigger student base. But values-based, because we still want them to be great martial artists. Cool? So I hope that answers your question, Lorenzo. Who else got a question for me today? I'm still weathering this cold, so I'm sorry for coughing. What else you got for me, people? Anything today? Duka, are the parents' night outs planned monthly, weekly, or far in advance? Dominic, we do parents' night outs every month. Every month. Our parents come to count on them. We don't do them in November and December because of our Thanksgiving holiday and because of our Christmas holiday. But other than that, we do our parents' night out every month. Our parents come to count on them. They come to relish them. They come to just love them so much. And talk about a retention tool. Don't you think it's a huge retention tool for our parents, our existing parents, knowing that each month we're going to watch their kid for 4 hours, feed them pizza, dodgeball, games, everything for free, and they get to go out and have dinner with their wife? I think it's amazing. I think it's added value. I think it's a form of marketing that is overlooked. As Randy Holman says, stop stepping over $1 to pick up a penny. Stop stepping over $1 to pick up a penny. Now I know in an entrepreneurial mindset, we look for different revenue streams. I get that. I have my Excellent Kids preschool program in my school. I have youth karate. I have day camps. I have birthdays. I have after-school pickup. I understand the different revenue streams. My portfolio is diversified. I have real estate. I get all that. Okay? But I look at things like Parents' Night Out as a form of marketing. It's part of my marketing budget, and the results are phenomenal. In San Francisco, we do free birthday parties for existing students. Wow, what an incentive for a trial to convert, knowing that they could get a free birthday party, because that's one of our best forms of getting new students is our birthday parties. But we don't sell at those birthday parties. We don't sit there with a clipboard and gather information, because we know we capture it when they fill out the digital waiver, and then we'll put them into a flow offering really good content. Cool? Duka, are the days fixed in advance? Yeah, we try to set them up towards the end of every month. The last Saturday of every month, possibly like that. But you do want it set. Tess, sir, how can we support our team members for their university tuition? Do you have a sponsorship program for your high school employees? How do we support our team members for their university tuition? You give them a job, Tess. What you want to do is convince them by going to school locally going to college locally and working for you, they're going to make all this money that they would not be making if they were away at college, and all the money they would spend on housing and stuff being away from college. If they can stay at home and go to college and work for you, talk to their parents. Think how much money they'll be saving. I hope that answers your question. Rodrigo, hello, sir. I heard you say the Facebook ads work for you in one of your schools. So my question is, does it matter if you run it for 3 days or 15 days, and what specials do you run? Well, there's a couple of ways to do that. What I'm learning about Facebook ads is it is not an exact science. What I'm learning more and more is that if it's just a product, if I have a product like an Apple iPad, I don't need to say much about it. I'll just put, hey, here's a deal on it, or whatever the case may be, right? Or 50% off, this product. If it's a well-known product, it doesn't need a lot of storytelling. Right? But Rodrigo, I think for us, what we're trying to do is tell a story. We're trying to share with people why they want to be part of your culture and your tribe. Okay? So what happens there, Rodrigo, that I've learned is that we do different types of Facebook ads. I have ongoing ads running to create brand awareness. If you look now, we have one running for San Francisco that has our commercial, shows all the different programs we kind of have, and up top it tells our story. Who we are, why we do what we do. That's it. And then there's no special call to action. There's no sign up now and get 10% off. Nothing like that in the mix. It's just a simple, how do you do, brand awareness, get to know me. We're going to run that on a daily basis for $5 or $10 indefinitely. And that's what, $300 a month maybe? We're going to run that one indefinitely, because I'm constantly planting seeds, creating awareness. And if you just hit them right on the head right away with $19.99 or $1, it's like, whoa, I don't know you, but I'll buy this because it's cheap. That would be my only incentive, right? If I know nothing about you, I don't know who you are, Rodrigo, I'll buy it because it's cheap. There's no relationship there. There's no investment there. You know what I mean? I want quality relationships. I want quality leads. So I need to present myself as a quality product by trusting that making a proper introduction is very important. Do you feel me? So if you get a chance, look for that commercial. We also have one running for our after-school pickup program. But video is king, Rodrigo. Please know that today. Video is king. Everybody will tell you that. Video is king. You want to produce these nice short commercials, embed them into your Facebook ad, and that'll go a long way. So we'll do brand awareness ads. Then, of course, we're going to do a Black Friday. We're not going to do an all-week Black Friday thing. I just want to hit them on Black Friday. I see a lot of people been doing it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, this and that, and that's okay. I think you can do whatever you want. You should capitalize, of course, on the different times of year, Black Friday, New Year's, back to school, those things. We understand that. So you want to capitalize with some form of special. It's just sometimes I think your buying audience will get very numb to your marketing if you have something for everything. Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Groundhog's Day, Tax Day, Independence Day. If you have too many, then they begin to lose their value. It's classic. You ever see the furniture store in your neighborhood that's always going out of business? They're always going out of business. They always have liquidation sale going on all the time. You ever see that, Rodrigo? All the time. So do we run it for 3 or 15 days? If it's time sensitive, like a Black Friday, I'm going to run it probably 48 hours before Black Friday, right, which will be Wednesday, and then it'll run all day Black Friday. So it just depends. I don't think there's a magic of 3 days or 15 days. People will say different things, and again, you'll find two very well-known Facebook marketing gurus that will tell you two completely different stories, and both are extremely successful what they do. Just like you'll read copy, the two of the top copywriters, for Facebook ads and stuff will say two different things completely. So then what does it come down to? Which one do you believe in? I think it's a matter of what your values are and what they resonate with. Okay? So I'm really working on how to write copy that's not salesy. That resonates with me at a value level, right? And I think that's the name of the book, Eric told me, that because he's been sending me pages over I've been reading. I don't want to be a salesman. I don't want to be salesy. That's why I don't like fitness models, because we're not a fitness business. We are a martial arts school. I don't want to compete with 24 hours at $40 a month. They're directly above me. People tripped out on this the other day. We just did It's Time Live. I want to share this with you, Rodrigo. This is important. Right above me, I have 24-hour fitness. Yet, our kickboxing classes are packed at $129 a month. Why is that, Rodrigo? Because we've created a culture, a tribe. We've created a product that 24-hour fitness cannot offer them. And they will pay premium dollar for it. You feel me? So that I've also learned. So getting back to the Facebook ads, then we'll do boosts sometimes. Boosts are not a bad thing. Again, you want to do your custom lists. You want to do your target audience. And again, there's two different schools of thought on that too. Some just go like for the buckshot mentality. To women and men, because sometimes the grandpa and grandma are raising the grandkids, from ages 18 clear up to indefinitely. And all the kids' interest, across the board. Yeah, but I tend to like a more customized list. I want to go specifically after moms with preschool, elementary age kids who are fit, who care about child development. So I like that. And in San Francisco, a more smaller footprint, we do everything within a 5-mile radius. But within that 5-mile radius, Rodrigo, I can run a higher dollar and more frequently. Does that make sense? I mean, a lower dollar, yet it'll be ran more frequently. Why would I throw out a net in San Francisco, which is a peninsula, surrounded on all three sides, throw a bigger net of 10 miles? No one's coming across the Golden Gate Bridge for my service. People aren't even coming from another side of town in San Francisco for my service. That's just the way it works. People have their small boroughs, and that's the way they work in San Francisco. So I want to saturate all my marketing within a 3 to 5 mile radius. That still stands true. You get 85% of your business in a 3 to 5 mile radius. Cool? But in Millbrae, as I said, Facebook ads aren't big, so we're in the community a lot of community events. We'll offer the PTA. Hey, you guys, you can do your PTA meeting in our activity room. We'll watch the kids out front play dodgeball and feed them pizza. Wow, how's that going to get you more new students? It happens all the time. Kids sign up from our parents' night out. Kids sign up from coming to a free, buddy day event. You keep pushing, but the thing is, if you make those events strictly to sell and you hound people and you corner them and you create this god-awful experience, then it's not cool. It's like those timeshares. Come out here, 3 days free on us. You get there, and then they lock you in a room all day and try to sell you a timeshare. Not cool. It's just not cool. It's not a relationship I want. All right? Any other questions you got for me, folks? What else you got for me today? A lot of people on with us this morning. That means you must be some successful school owners. Nobody's working, you're hanging out with me, huh? That's pretty cool. Yeah, so we're at 350. As I shared, this new location in Millbrae is going to do $740,000. I think if we really push that envelope, which we may, we've got a couple of specials to end the year. And like I said, I'm not big on cash outs, but I like to offer my longtime members the opportunity to buy a year, 10% off, things like that. I mean, I think that's cool. If you're doing it for your existing members, fine. But remember, if you're going to take a cash out, make sure you put that money in a separate bank account and drip it in each month into your regular account. You feel me? Because people will have this big inflated month with a bunch of cash outs, and we're going to have a lot in December. I know we will, because we have a tuition increase in January. So all of these regular students, who have been there forever, that are going to be there forever, will sit there and want to do that. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that because we're disciplined enough to spread that money out. So I won't be surprised if Millbrae creeps in closer to 800 this year. And that's in its second year. So potentially by the end of year 3, Millbrae could be $1 million location. And I'm so grateful for that. But without an amazing team, because they work hard. These young people work hard. They work hard. And so do I. I've stepped up for the team. And I'm very proud of them. Very proud. So what else you got for me? Any other questions before I bounce? Lots of good stuff today. This is one you should share with everybody. How did we earn 350 students in 21 months? I think lastly, let me add into that, it's a relevant location. I'm huge on relevant locations. Talk to John Cassidy. I mean, all of his top kick locations over on the East Coast in Virginia, they're all relevant locations. Anchor stores like, Costco, anchor stores like Home Depot, I think. It's just pretty amazing. There's pretty strong anchor stores. They've got one school, and I'm going to praise two in the gang. They've got one location that went belly up. Everybody around them, the anchor store was, I think, Sprouts or something, and they are just kicking butt. They are the anchor. They are the anchor in this mall that kind of went debunked. So very, very proud of them. So that dispels the myth, but overall, I think a great location, and the one we have here in Millbrae. We have a 24-hour fitness above us, a Trader Joe's, a Jamba Juice, a Subway sandwich, two Starbucks, an Office Depot, Baskin Robbins, a big grocery store called Safeway, a Walgreens, which is a, convenience drugstore type thing, and the band played on. So I believe in relevant locations. That has a lot to do with the success of what we do. We have 5 or 6 elementary schools within a 1.5-mile radius. Half a block away, I have a Catholic school with the ages of kindergarten all the way through 8th grade. So I think location has also played a role in our success, definitely. So this is one as my gift to you for the Thanksgiving holiday. Please share this with as many school owners as you can. I think the content we've offered today in this Facebook Live has been phenomenal. It is how we've earned 350 students in 21 months. Listen to it once, listen to it twice, listen to it 3 times. The information I offer you is innovative. It is unique. It is our own. And lastly, if I want to add 2 cents to that, I think we make things so simple for people. People are amazed that we do what we do, we make what we make without contracts, without enrollment fees, without upgrades, without belt testing fees, without heavy retails. We do none of that. Everything is month to month. We don't even have a 30-day cancel. There is no enrollment fee. There is no belt fees. It's a one-stop shop. So as far as a mom goes, and ask any of your moms, just do a survey right now with every mom in your school. Would you prefer a contract, long-term contract, or month to month? Every mom is going to say month to month. Make it even easier. There's not even a 30-day. There isn't. So the entry point is very, very easy. Offer a schedule for beginning people, 6 to 7 days a week. I don't know you. I'm not invested in you. So your schedule must fit mine. So we're cool with that too. We offer beginning classes 6 days a week in Millbrae, 7 days a week in San Francisco. So those are other things that added, because it is unique. At least I can say we don't do contracts. Everybody in my area does. That alone is very attractive to that mom. And the fact that it's a set amount of money every month, instead of 1 month it's more because of a belt testing fee, and the next month it's more because I have to buy this weapon or this because it goes in the class. All those things are, my perception is of nickel and diming. And I would never want to associate my deep love of the martial arts with the words like nickel and diming, black belt factory, McDojo. I've done this 50 years, folks. I was born on the mat. I'll die on the mat. I grew up above a martial arts school at my daddy's place. You saw the pictures of me and my instructor that I have now. It's a long, long love affair. And if anything I can do to help keep the honor, integrity of it higher, I'm going to work towards that. And we've created a business model that does that. We do that. So I'm very proud of that. So please share this with everybody. Share this with everybody. And I just want to leave you with I think the most important message I can offer is just be grateful. I can look at a guy that's got 10 more schools than me. I can look at a guy that's got freaking 50 kids in a rec center. I can't compare apples and oranges. You define your success. But I think true success begins with being grateful. Wake up every day and be grateful for what you have versus what you don't have. The grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. So water your grass. And that's your team. That's your family. That's the students that choose to stay, not the ones who leave. Water your grass. And I promise you, great prosperity. At the minimum, you'll have peace, serenity, and happiness. All right? This is Brannon Beliso. You want to buy my e-products? I got a lot of great videos out now that you can use and study. We just finished It's Time Live. Go to brannonbeliso.com. Look at my online products. They're there. I offer one-on-one mentoring. I offer phone consultations. A lot of different ways you can utilize my services that are affordable and effective. All right? So, hey, you guys, you have an amazing Thanksgiving. Please share this with as many people as you can. I would greatly appreciate that. Until we talk again, you go out there and live your best life.